Welcome to my first YouTube battle report. This is a 2,000 point battle between Space Wolves played by my friend Nick, and I used vanilla Space Marines. Our army lists are on the more info tab, so go ahead and pause this video now if you want to check them out. And a heads up, most of our models are proxied, since my opponent uses a custom chapter, and a lot of my models are themed for Blood Angels. Our mission was Seize Ground, which is D3 plus 2 objectives, and we rolled a 5, which is the max. Our deployment type was Spearhead. And I won the die roll to see who sets up and goes first, and I chose to do so. I know going second is better in an objective mission, but I wanted to try to pop his vehicles in the first turn. And then the Space Wolves failed to steal the initiative. So for my first turn, I brought in the Ironclad in one of the tactical squads on my right, near one of the objectives, for 2 out of 3 of my drop pod units. The bikes turbo boost in preparation of the enemy Land Raider moving up. And my Land Raider moves 12 inches, pops smoke, and fires its assault cannon at Njal's unit with Power of the Machine Spirit and kills 1 Grey Hunter. The Thunderfire cannon fired at Njal and scattered 11 freaking inches off the table. And the Ironclad fired its Meltagun and Heavy Flamer on the Long Fangs and only killed the Sergeant. But that's a good thing considering he's the one that lets them split fire. And then my Devastators fired at the Land Raider and did nothing. So for the Space Wolves' first turn, Njal cast Living Hurricane. The Rune Priest failed to grant himself a 5+ cover save, and Njal and his Grey Hunters took cover in some ruins, while the Land Raider followed behind them and popped smoke. The Grey Hunters fired at the bikes and killed one of the Meltaguns, and Njal cast Living Lightning and killed another Meltagun biker. A Grey Hunter unit and the Razorback fire at the Ironclad and shake and immobilize it, and the Wolf Priest casts Jaws of the World Wolf on the tactical squad and kills just 1 Marine. And shooting from the rest of the unit claims 2 more. The Long Fangs fire at the Ironclad and do nothing, and the Marine Tactical Squad ends up running 8 inches away. For my turn 2, the Drop Pod Tactical Squad that I had left didn't come in. So my Land Raider moved toward an objective and dumped out the Stern Guard and Vulkan, and I left the Techmarine inside the Land Raider to repair it in case anything happened. The bikes move up to fire at the Land Raider, and the tactical squad regroups and moves towards the same objective. Both the attack bike's multi-melta and the Land Raider's multi-melta fired on the enemy Land Raider, and both were within their melta range, but they both missed, even with Vulkan's rerolls. It was kinda crummy. The regrouped tactical squad rapid fired at the Wolf Priest unit and killed 3, and the Stern Guard did the same with Hellfire rounds to do more wounds, and they killed 2 more. The Thunderfire cannon scattered yet again, and the Devastator squad misses the Land Raider again. For the Space Wolf turn 2, Njal cast Living Hurricane. The Redeemer moved toward the Stern Guard and disembarked its Blood Claws. The Long Fangs, the top right Grey Hunter unit, and the Razorback all focused fire on the Ironclad and roll a Destroyed Explode result. The Rune Priest attaches from the last Grey Hunter in his unit, who fires at a drop pod with a Meltagun and gets a Destroyed Explode result, and casts Jaws of the World Wolf on the tactical squad in front of him and kills the multi-melta. And that's it. The Land Raider fired its multi-melta with Power of the Machine Spirit at my Land Raider. It hit, penetrated, and rolled a Destroyed Explodes. And the Techmarine inside took a wound and failed his armor save. So much for that unit. The Blood Claws fired at the Stern Guard and kill 1, and the characters, Ulrik and Lucas, fire plasma pistols and kill 2 more guys. Njal cast Fury of the Wolf Spirits on the bikes, and his unit fires at them as well, and the bikes finally eat it with triple 1s rolled for regular armor saves. The Rune Priest charged the tactical squad in front of him, and Lucas and Ulrik roll 6 for difficult terrain, and make it hand-to-hand with the Stern Guard and Vulkan, which I didn't see that coming, and it really sucked. They ended up killing everything and only putting 2 wounds on Vulkan. For my turn 3, my drop pod did come in, and I deep struck it near the top right Grey Hunter squad. The Thunderfire cannon got 19 hits on Njal and his unit in cover, scored 18 wounds, and killed 3 guys. The Devastators fired into the same unit and killed 1, which caused the unit to take a leadership test, which they failed and ran off the table. The drop pod attempted to kill off the Meltagun Marine and failed, but the tactical squad fired at him and finished the unit off. The new tactical squad fired at the top right Grey Hunter unit and killed 2, and Vulkan put a wound on Lucas in combat, but Lucas killed him off, and the whole unit consolidated 4 inches toward the tactical squad nearby. Space Wolf turn 3, the Land Raider moved 9 inches, and his whole movement phase was done. The top right Grey Hunter squad fired at the nearby tactical squad and killed 3, and the Razorback fired at the drop pod and only stunned it. The Land Raider rended one of the tactical marines with the power of the machine spirit on the twin-linked assault cannon. Lucas and the rest of the unit he was with fired at the tactical squad and did nothing, but they ended up charging it and wiped it out anyways. For my turn 4, my tactical squad moved toward the objective, and then my movement was done. The Devastator squad fired at Lucas's unit and killed 4 guys, and the Thunderfire cannon fired at them also, hit 14 times, wounded 13 times, and killed everything but Ulrik, who takes a wound, and the power weapon Bloodclaw was the one guy left from the Bloodclaw unit. The tactical squad fired at the Grey Hunters with the assault weaponry like bolt pistols and stuff, and killed only 1 guy. Then they charged him, but the Grey Hunters failed their leadership test to gain countercharge. I killed only 1 model, and they passed their morale test, so that was it for combat. For the Space Wolves' 4th turn, they just repositioned a few units. Then the Razorback fired at a drop pod and did nothing. The Longfangs fired at the same drop pod and also did nothing. The Land Raider fired its assault cannon at the Devastators and did nothing, and in the assault phase the Grey Hunters lose all but 2 models. So that was a pretty rough turn. For my 5th turn, the Thunderfire cannon fired at the last Bloodclaw attached to Ulrik, and I needed to kill this guy because he was no longer going to be able to contest that objective, or let alone claim it. But I missed with the first blast and scattered back onto the unit with the other 3 shots. But I only ended up killing Ulrik. My Devastators fired at the Longfangs and killed all but the 2 las cannons, and they didn't fire at the Bloodclaw because I couldn't see him. And then in assault, the Grey Hunters finally got finished off. And for the Space Wolf turn, the last Bloodclaw climbed into the Land Raider, and the Land Raider moved back onto the objective, which was pretty disgusting because odds are I wasn't going to be able to blow it up, especially if this was the last turn. And the Razorback moved out of difficult terrain, made it test on a 3, and moved near the objective where my tactical squad was, fired on the tactical squad and killed a guy, and we rolled to see if there was another turn, and there wasn't. So end result, the Space Wolves won 1-0. It was a great game, had a lot of fun, it was really close, and I really enjoy games that go all the way to the end like that. It's not often that you actually get to go to the last part of the 5th turn to see who wins. Alright, so that's it for that battle report. I hope you guys liked it. I'm probably not going to be doing any tactics videos for Blood Angels before March, considering they're supposed to be getting a new codex, but I'll probably be doing tactics videos for generic Space Marines. My next video is probably going to cover our club event that we just had called Zombie Fest, and I'll probably put up a video of our store and stuff like that too. And that's it.